Hello YouTube land, it's Portia E coming to you with a vlog regarding gym workouts. All right, so I joined a gym about a month ago and I felt like that gym routine was going very well for me. I would go there, get in my 40 minutes and I'm out. I'm good. I did my 40 minutes. I'll go home and have my wine. Happy that I moved that day. Well, I took my son to the gym with me, you guys. He was like, Mom, let's go get in a workout. Come on. So I'm like, of course. I'll get in my 40 minutes and we could leave. He's like, no, Mom. The gym is like 2 hours easy that you're supposed to be in there. And I'm like, what? 2 hours? I'm just like thinking about all the wine I'm not going to be drinking during that 2 hour time that I'm going to be in there. All right. So I go to the gym with him. I haven't worked out with him in a very long time, probably since, I don't know, his basketball days at Fairfield Prep or his football days. I want to get in there and work out with him or whatever. Well, gym-wise, working out with a football player, you guys, honestly, it was really the best workout, but 2 hours and some change long. I mean, come on. Come to find out, I was using the gym totally wrong. Like, totally wrong. I wasn't using the weights. I wasn't like doing any I was doing the cardio, but only on the those like elliptical machines or like the stepper machines, and then the bike. That's what I would do. Like 20 minutes on the elliptical, 10 minutes on the stepper, and 10 minutes on the bike. And trust me, I was counting every minute and would not go like a minute over. Okay. So I actually had my one hour training session because it came with my package like last week, and the little girl was like, oh, do you want me to show you weights? I was like, no, I'm not going to ever do any of that. So let's just keep moving. So she showed me a few this rope thing that hangs down from this whole gym set that they have there. So I got on the rope thing and did like some of the pull-ups like that. I did that, some floor planks or whatever you call them. And I did that rope thing, the big rope thing that's like this huge, the 2 ropes. So she showed me how to do that. I'm like, oh my God, that's great. I'll add that to my workout. And that's it. I'll be good to go. Well, I get to the gym with my son. Of course, I was like mortified by the 2 hour training session that he thought he was going to have me in. And so I was like, fine, we'll go. I'm just going to do what I do and we'll figure it all out. So we get there and he's like, all right, Mom, what are you going to do? So I was like, well, what do you usually do? So he's like, I get on the bike first. And he's like, I get up to 100 calories. I burn 100 calories on the bike. So I'm like, all right, I can do that. That's easy. Well, normally I would get on the lazy bike. All right. The low one with the chair, kind of not hurting my booty, has a back and arms, the fan blowing at me. I would get on that thing and do my workout. He's like, no, Mom, what are you doing? Like, get over here. And I'm like, great. The high bikes. All right. No back. All right. It's not as thin of a seats because they make them with the wider seats. I'm like, all right, I'll do that for 100 calories. What is it? I get on the bike and he's like, Mom, start off with start off low, like level 3, level 4. And then he's like 2 minutes into it because we're just warming up. I'm like, this is easy, And he's like, all right, Mom, put it up to like level 12. And I'm like, what? Level 12? I'm like, whatever. Put it up to level 12. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, keep it there for a minute, Mom. Keep it there for a minute. Let's go. Speed it up. And I'm like, what? I do that because we challenge each other. And I'm like, I'm not going to be said that mommy's a wimp. All right. So I get in there and I do that. And he's like, all right, mom, bring it back down to 10. So from 12, level 12 to level 10, I do that. We do that up and down every few minutes until we both burn 100 calories. We get off that and I'm like, whew, sweating. All right. I broke a little sweat. I'm doing my thing. He was like, all right, mom, what are you going to do now? So I said, you know what? I'm going to go work on my little planks and all that the little girl showed me. I'll do like 3 sets of those. And then I'll do some cardio. And he was like, all right, mom, well, go do your little sets of 3. And he's like, then meet me at the weightlifting, the weights area. And I was like, well, all right, whatever. So I go do my planks and my little whatever in the air from the hanging rope thing. I do my ropes, 3 sets of, I think I do, 15 of those, 3 sets, 20-second planks, which is hard enough for me. I mean, come on, I'm a woman here. I'm a girl. Well, I'm like, all right. I go run to get on my elliptical. I'm thinking, oh, my workout's going to be my workout's easy now. I'm going to burn some cardio. 2 minutes into my elliptical, I see my son with this serious face from like across the room there while he's at the weights. And he's like waving, he's like, mom, loud. I mean, nobody's really in the gym, but he's like, mom. So I'm like, what's wrong with him? Like, what is wrong with him? So I shut off my machine, clean it off, and I walk over, and I'm like, what's wrong, honey? And he's like, mom. I said, meet me at the weights. He goes, come on, you gotta do this. You gotta get these off. You gotta, my love handles and all of that. He's like, mom, I'm gonna show you how to do this. Come on, what do you want to start out with, 10, 15 pounds? I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, 5 pounds, because I really don't do the weight thing. I just don't. Well, those 5 pounds whipped my ass, all right? Those 5 pounds whipped my ass. And the way that he was showing me how to do everything, I was just like, oh my God. Going through it was easy. Like, it wasn't hard, And then he showed me how to do things correctly so that it's, I'm efficiently working on what I need to work on. And I feel it during my workout. And I'm like, all right, this is fine. Well, we do like tons of reps and sets of those things. And I'm like going through it real fast. He's like, mom, you got to slow down. You have to give yourself a break in between your sets, walk around, breathe, catch yourself, let your muscles relax for a few minutes. And I'm like, oh, that's what the guys are doing when they're all over there. Like, you see them, I'm like, they're not working out. They're looking around. They're getting water every other second, Totally not understanding that you work the muscles real hard for a little while throughout your reps and then easy. All right. So I'm like, well, now I can understand why it's an easy 2-hour minimum and the gym. Like, now I get it. Well, then he had me work on some machine stuff. I did that like rolling back thing with your legs, and you like rolling back. You're pretty much letting your back muscles do the work, and then you pull, like, once you get to a certain point where you can't let your back do anymore, and then you pull the weights to you. I did a few of those sets of those, and then there's this other bar thing that I got on with the weights around the sides, and I just let me pull, doing this like fly thing, I guess, at first, and then I did this thing where I was coming up with the weights. Shit was a lot of work, all right? So I did a few reps of those, and then I'm like, okay, we must be done by now. And he's like, no, mom, we have to get on the floor now and do your floor exercises. Well, by then I was just done. And I was like, all right, I'll do the damn floor exercises, all right? So I did the floor exercises. So I did the floor exercises, and we did a few things for that. And it was really good. I was like, oh my God, if I work out like this, I'm going to be so hot, Um, so that was that. I felt really good. I felt strong. Um, and then after the floor exercises, we went back to the bikes and we burned 500 calories on the bikes. So we really got our sweat on and we did that. And again, using the levels to like increase our to go faster, drop the levels back down, level, bring the levels back up, ride, go back down. Like we did that until we both got to 500 calories, burning 500 calories on the bikes. That was the end of our workout. But when I tell you that that was an easy 2 hours and I think 20 minutes, and it seemed to go by, at first it was going by like slow, but then I really got into the workout and I'm like understanding how I'm supposed to work out. And I'm like, oh. So now being more patient with myself and being more patient with the whole workout thing, I'm like, okay, now I get it. So now it's like, okay, now throughout the week, I need to carve out at least an hour and a half to 2 hours for my workout. That's fine. That's great. Now that I understand it. Well, you guys, the next morning, today, Sunday, November, I think it's the 27th, 2016. Actually, last night, I felt like, oh my God, like I feel every muscle in my body, and I ended up having company last night. A cousin of mine came over. So we made sangria punch and all that. Apple cider sangria punch, which I'm actually drinking now, you guys. It is so good. Not to get off the subject, but it's so good. If you get through the video, I may tell you how to make it, all right? But this is the fall drink of the year. And I'll tell you, maybe I'll show you how to make it or tell you because I'm so lazy to even get up. This is the only thing I can do is make my apple cider sangria punch. But anyway. So anyway, so last night I was like, I feel my back, I'm sore, like I felt my love handles, my upper love handles, like the ones that right under your bra strap. I'm like, wow, that shit is like sore. Like I never, how you always wondered how to work out that area? Well, I know how to work out that area now. I'm not going to have any of that back fat anymore soon, I hope. And then my lower love handles, I'm like, why am I feeling that already? My back, all right? So this morning, when I get up, I'm like, oh my God. Tank! That's what I call my son. He's like, what, Mom? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sore. He's like, Mom, you're supposed to be sore. It's all right. I told you to take that Joint Vibrance crappy powder stuff last night. He's like, you didn't do it. You decided you wanted to have that sangria punch, so that's what you get. I just shut my mouth and I just stretched a little bit, but I didn't want to see any food because I'm like, this is what got me here in the first place. I don't want to see anything but vegetables, fruit. I don't want to see no food. I don't want to see nothing really. So anyway, I learned yesterday at 45 years old how to be patient in the gym, how to use the machines that I'm going to be using in the gym, and just how to like maximize my time and my energy in the gym. All right. So I feel great going into the future of my workout now. I'm actually enjoying the gym because it's not something that I would normally be doing. I'm an outdoor girl. I I like the outdoor stuff. I like to go like walking, jogging at Seaside Park or at one of the other parks. I like to go hiking. I like to do that kind of stuff. Like that's my thing. But because I really wasn't moving as much this year, like the gym was really my punishment. So that's what I ended up doing. Just using the gym now, and I know how to use the gym now. So my question to you was, are you using the gym correctly? Like you guys, get that, maybe even not a trainer. You know what? Get someone close to you, a guy, a family member who loves you and that's going to work your ass off. All right? The right way. Because you could be doing 1,000 things in the gym all the wrong way. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's so this, it's so that. If you're not like feeling that shit the next day, the day of, then you're not doing it correctly. So, whatever you're doing, calisthenics, any of that, like push ups or sit ups, crunches, if you're working out with weights, make sure you're doing it the right way because I was even using the machines wrong. Who knew? But when you don't, I guess like with the trainers, with the little girl that I had, um, if I was like, no, 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 like she wasn't pushing it. She was, it's just her job to show me, I guess, what I want to do. Show me. It was her job to just, I guess, give me what I wanted. I don't need a person like that in my life. I'm a tough ass, and I need to be like, like my son was, lovingly, but like, no, mom, you need to do this. And no, mom, this is how you do it. And no, mom, you have to be patient with yourself. No, mom, you have to be patient in the gym. And no, mom, you should be spending at least an hour or more in the gym. The gym is easily a 2-hour routine. I get it. I get it. I get it. Today, the only thing I had strength to do, and I didn't even make an entire picture of it, I made my glass of sangria punch. I think I had a boiled egg or something. I can't. I'm just exhausted. So I did eat a salad or whatever, but this is what is real, all right now, because I deserve this thing. I deserve this sangria punch, you guys. Apple cider sangria punch. Now, since you made it to 17 minutes and 18 minutes of this video, you're good. I will now tell you how to make my sangria punch. Well, I'll tell you the history of it from where I learned it. I was at one of my son's games. We were in Monmouth University, some parts of PA, I think, Monmouth is in. And I was walking past this lady. Excuse me, guys. I was walking past this lady and a group, must have, well, it was her daughters, come to find out later. So this lady, her two daughters and a friend, and I was like, oh my God, is that apples? Because I'm nosy, I'm just nosy like that. I was like, oh my God, is that apple cider with like apples in it? Like, what do you have there? What are you drinking? And she was like, girl, you are going to love this. She was like, it's apple cider sangria punch. And I was like, no way. I make sangria all the time, and I've never heard of this apple cider sangria punch. She's like, oh yeah, I've been making it all fall. Like, this is how I do it. She's like, do you like vodka? And I was like, no, not really. She's like, well, you're going to love this caramel vodka. It's caramel vodka, apple cider, the jug juice, apple cider, any white wine. Last night when me and my cousin made it, we made it with, she brought the Moscato. So we brought the Moscato. And then she brought the Pinot Grigio as well, which is what I probably would have used. I think the lady that taught me this used Chardonnay or Pinot. I think she used one of the two. So you have your caramel vodka, apple cider, any white wine, all right? It worked well with the Moscato, actually, by the way. So any white wine, an apple or a couple of apples, depends on how much you want to make. A couple of apples or one apple I used last night, and a pear. All right, so you want to use all the white kind of ingredients with it. You know how with sangria punch you use like the red apples, um, you use like the red apples, the dark grapes, and all of that, like the darker stuff. Well, for this white type of sangria, you want to use the lighter things. So the green apple. Um, no, we actually used the red apple yesterday. So red apple, of course, you're going to peel the skin, peel the peeling off of it, and the pear, peel it, slice it up, dice it up really nice. Like if you can see, I don't know if you can see like some of the pear and the apples are floating around in there. You see that? So then you mix it all together. Today I only made this one small glass because we drank the entire pitcher last night. Yes, we did. And then more people came over. So but we finished the pitcher last night. You guys, it is so good. It is so good. The caramel vodka alone, it is so good. It is just so good. So that's how we made it. So you use 1 cup of the caramel vodka. You guys want me to show you? You want me to show you what I used? I'm not going to make a full one, all right? So hold on. Okay, so I must love you guys a lot, all right? I must love you guys a lot. All right, so I'm going to do a small version. The original glass, I used this pitcher. You still see the residue there because what I did was I took some of the apples and the pear, and I'm going to make a glass of that for you. All right. So normally you use a good bit of pear. This was just the residue that was left over from it. So you slice the apple and the pear. And the idea is that you want to, if you're doing it overnight, last night we just did it to drink as we go. But what you really want to do is get your apples and your pear, and you slice that apple and pear and you put it in your pitcher, all right? And you take the caramel vodka. This is the one we found. We couldn't find any other caramel vodka by any other like brand. So this is the one that my cousin found, and this is the one that we used. It is so good. I mean, to taste it by itself is just very caramelly. This says, which we laughed about it. It says vodka infused with a natural flavor, but it's more like the caramel infused with natural flavor because you don't even taste the vodka. I like certain brands of vodka, and I'm not normally, this is not what I would drink. All right. If I would drink vodka. But this is what we found, and it's actually very, very good for this recipe. So what you want to do is you take your pear and your apples, cut up however many you want, put it in the pitcher. Normally we would probably fill it up to here with just apples and pears alone, like at least, fill it up to here. And then what you want to do is, this recipe called for 1 cup of this, 5 cups of the apple cider, and I think it was 3 cups. We used the Barefoot Moscato last night. We used Moscato, 3 cups of this. Of course, because we're a little more greedy, we used an extra cup of this. All right. And it was actually very, very good. And I think I used an extra cup of the white wine as well. So I'm going to make you guys one. All right. So this is the remainder of the fruit that I have left. I'm so sorry it was only just this. All right. So what you want to do, normally then once you put all that together, like infuse your fruit with your cups of this. Let it sit overnight, you guys. You want that to sit or stand at least 6 hours to 6 to 13 hours normally. But because last night we were just doing it, she came over and we had talked about it like 2 weeks ago. And we were like, we're going to make it. She finally found this caramel vodka. And she's like, girl, I'm coming over. We're going to make it. And, you know, we hadn't seen each other in a while. And so she came over and we made that. So I'm going to do a very small version of that for you. Again, you want your fruit to sit in overnight, and then the next day add in your apple cider and your white wine. All right? And you have a perfectly chilled glass of apple cider sangria. You guys, it is so good. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm taking ice. I'm going to add it to your fruit. All right, because you want it chilled. It has to be cold. All right, and I'm just going to use, because I'm making such one glass, I'm going to use this 1/8 cup. This is 1/8 of a cup. So 1/8 of a cup of the apple cider. I filled it up actually, so it's more than 1/8, a little more than 1/8. I'm going to use one of those. I'm going to do my caramel vodka. A full shot of those. Oh my God. And I washed my hands, by the way. All right. I want to serve you unclean. All right. And then you add your wine. All right. So this is what it looks like. Isn't the color amazing? And then you add your wine. Coming along. All right, it's coming along. And so what you're going to do is just keep adding, because it's just like for yourself. So if you want more ice, you can. But I'm going to add more apple cider for you. More caramel vodka. And more white wine. Oh, buddy. And then you just top it off with more ice. And then normally, if you have tons of fruit in there, and then maybe a cherry or something on top, I present to you your apple cider sangria punch. Isn't that simple? And isn't it beautiful? All right. So now we have yours and we have mine. Cheers. All right. So that is it. All right. You got a little thing there since you made it to the end of this video. So be sure to give it a good thumbs up. All right. Like it. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.